Hi everyone, I'm here today to show you and to talk to you about the 4-drawer easel card kit for card and mini swappers UK and international on Facebook. Come up with the idea of a swap, and it's a flat swap, as in a flat postage swap. Postage is so expensive and we love to swap, but I don't know about you, but I'm finding it really expensive to send nice swaps because they're so bulky, and it's like £4, £5, even £7 or £8 to swap, to post it. So anyway, come up with this idea. Now, I didn't make this particular one. Lou from UK Island Scraps made this one for me. Lou Crafty Haven, and it's beautiful and I love it. And this is what inspired me to do the swap. Now, it's got 4 drawers in it, all around the sides, as you can see. Some have still got bits in it, some haven't, because I've used bits out of it. But that's your easel card, and then the drawers obviously around the bottom. But to post that as is, because of the depth of it, it's expensive. Whereas, if you post it in its flat form, i.e. like that, it's not as expensive. So this is what we thought we'd do: a swap, a flat swap, i.e. flat like this. So what you will need, now you can put as much as you want in the swap or as little as you want, but then when you get your swap, your partner will then receive this. He or she will make it up, and then she will post the photographs in Card and Mini Swappers UK and International on Facebook. That way then the swap's still done, you've still got something from your partner. Although your partner hasn't made it, you know, the person you swap with hasn't actually made it and sent it to you, they've chosen everything for you, and you've got their taste, but you're putting it together. So let's crack on. What you will need for your 4-drawer easel card, well, that's the main card, but we'll get to that in a minute. And so's these bits, and again we'll get to those in a few minutes. But for the actual 4-drawer box, you will need, hold on, let me get myself sorted. See, I thought I'd get all sorted and all ready, and I thought I'd be all professional, and now look at me, all of a dither. You will need 2 pieces of card, 6x6. That's just 6 inches by 6 inches, 2 off. That'll be for your base and the top. Okay, so we'll put those to one side. We don't need those for a minute, so we'll pop them there. Then you will need 4 pieces. Hold on, where's my 4 pieces? There. Of, again, card. Now, if you've got a really good stiff paper, you can use stiff paper for this. And these are 5 inches by 4 1/8. And then what you will do, you will score on each side at 1 inch. Now I've done 3 of them, and I'll just show you. See, there's the 5 inch by 4 1/8, and all you will do is score 1 inch all the way around at the 1 inch line. So 1, turn it around a quarter, score again at 1 inch, turn it around again, score at 1 inch, and the last time score at 1 inch. Yeah, easy as that. So pop that to one side then. Now with the sleeves again, now the sleeves, you need 4 of these, because these 4 make up the boxes, which I'll show you in a second. I like to prep everything first. Now the sleeves, again you need 4 pieces. Again, if you don't want to use card, use a really good strong thick paper. They're 7 1/4 inches by 3 1/8 of an inch, and you score at, and I've done 2 of these and I've got 2 left to do. Now you score at, I will write this underneath, 1 inch, like so, 3 1/8 Yep, 3 1/8, 4 1/8, and then the last one is 6 3/8. Hold on, 6 3/8, like so. So I'll just show you again. So it's 1 inch, 3 1/8, 4 1/8, and then 6 3/8, like so. And that will turn out to be the sleeve. Now that's all the scoring you need to do on this particular bit. So I can put that away. And then you will need, hold on, where is it? Okay, here. Now I've done these for, these are to decorate, these are the sleeves. Should have 4 of those. These are what I call the sleeve covers, which are these bits here. If you look, Lou's filled it completely because I've got a black and pink theme going. See, that's those bits there. So I've done 4 of those. Now to do those sleeves, my sizing, I've done 7/8 of an inch in depth by 3 inches wide. And to draw liners, again, you don't have to have these if you don't want. I've done 2 inches wide by 2 and, no, I must have said that wrong, 2 7/8. They look more bigger than that, don't they? Which can't be 2 7/8 surely. Do you know they are 2 7/8 long? So that's 4 of those. And then these, the draw outers, are 2 inches long by 7/8 of an inch wide. Now you've got 4 of those for the outside, plus on the inside, why have I done 8 of those? I don't know. I know, I'll explain in a bit. I'm getting all confused now. Right, to make a box. No, wrong one. It's very simple. Let me grab my scissors. Now the way I do it is, you'll see where the lines make a little square. So we cut just one corner, one line, up to the where the lines meet. Then what I tend to do is this side here is just cut a slither off, like so. Same here, cut up to where the lines cross and just cut a slither off. The reason I do that, let me just show you, is when you bend them up, if we just, oh yeah, look, getting ahead of myself, let me just cut those two, same place, cut straight up, and then cut the slither off. It doesn't have to be perfect, it's nice if it is, but it doesn't have to be. Okay, so let's just fold those up, like so, yep. So if you take those onto the inside, like so, when you bring the back round, you're not going to have, it's hard to show on black card, that was silly of me, but can you see how that's sort of, if I can bring that in, see how it's sort of like V'd there, so it doesn't show over the top there. So what we'll do there, now some people prefer wet glue, some people prefer tape, it just depends on what you prefer. Personally, I'm a tape person, but that's just me. Let me get my tape. And also others prefer their ATG. Again, it just depends what I've got to hand. At the moment I've got me orange tape, so I'll just pop some orange tape. I'll just show you one box quickly. Maybe I should have had all this done actually, so I do apologise. Give me a second. Like so. If you hear any noise in the background, it's the puppy dog Grace. She's a German Shepherd and she's only 7 months old, and she does love coming into my room and pinching things. So all of a sudden you'll hear her pinch something, run out, quite happy, wagging her tail. Either that or she's chasing one of the cats, and then the cat will jump up on her and give me grief. So just take this cover of the tape off. There she goes. She's playing with Taffy. She doesn't like them. She absolutely adores the cats. Right, so just fold that over. Make the cross there. Grace, leave Taff alone. There's a good girl. There we go. So that's that one done. Same this end. I really hope I'm in focus here for everybody, because knowing my luck, I'm not going to be. Just hoping I'm getting all this right for you all. Again, just fold it in and pop that there like so, and the same there. So that is basically your box done and ready. What I should have done actually was made the point, the slit there, to show you for the ribbon. I can do that on the next one. So then what you would do is you could then stick your liner in like so. Get a piece of, now I only do two, as you can see it's opposite papers here, so I'd do one that end, and what I also would do is do the outside first, stick that into situ like so. Now like I say, you can either use Brad's as the handle, or what I like to do now, let me just, this really is the wrong way of doing it. I'll sort that out in a minute on the next one. Okay, go into the sleeves, grab a sleeve. If you just, where you've scored, just fold all the lines, crease all the lines even. On this small piece, that is where you're going to be applying your glue or your tape. Again, for some reason that doesn't look, why doesn't that look level? Because it certainly doesn't, does it? Just have a look here. No, that doesn't look level at all. What have I done wrong there? I've missed a score point out somewhere, guys. Let me get back to you. I'm just going to press you on pause for a second. Right, third time lucky, guys. Although you haven't seen it, this is third time. Now, this is actually, I've totally fluffed it up. Your score line should be on the 7 1/4 by 3 1/8. Your score lines are at 1 inch, 3 1/8, 4 1/8, 6 1/4, 6 1/4, 6 1/4. Oh look, now I've forgotten. This is how good I am today. I do apologise. No, 6 1/2. I'm going to get there in a minute. 6 1/2. So once you've folded, like so, this, keep your fingers crossed. There we go, wraps round lovely. And then your box will slide in and out, nice and sweet. So all we then have to do, she says finally, is grab your tape or your glue, whichever you prefer to use. Like I said before, your choice. And just, I'm doing this for quickness, as you know. Let's just grab my scissors. Like so. And blade. Just hoping this, and then just pop that into, what I'm going to do actually is put the box like that in situ, so it's nice and straight and level, and then just press it on like that. And then what you can do, if you want, is grab your piece. See, I've written on it on the back sleeve, and then it's just a case of, again, you can either use wet glue, ATG, tape, whatever you prefer to stick. Like I say, I'm just using this today for speed, ease, and also because I enjoy using this tape. So, and it's at hand. So I'll just whip these two covers off and then I'll just pop that on like so. And they are two, that's pink on black and that's black on pink. Now if I can find found some pretty just plain pink brads to go on this. What's the betting I'm not going to be able to find them? I did put them here to hand, but you know what's going to happen, don't you? I'm not going to be able to find them now, because you know these crafters who have everything right where it should be, and it's all in the right place and everything's really tidy. I'm not that crafter. In fact, I'm one of the most messiest people you'll ever come across. My husband despairs of me. I feel quite sorry for him actually, because he's such a neat freak, and I'm the absolute opposite. I'm terrible. No, can't find him. I bet you I'll find him in a minute. It'll be so funny. Anyway, onwards and upwards. Right, now, the other box I was going to tell you about was when I make with the ribbon pulley. So what I tend to do is grab the outside cover. This is before you actually put the box together. Again, just take your... See, this is one of the ends. So we know we're going to pop those in like so. Yep, let's get into focus. I really hope I am in focus. So that's going to be one of the ends. So we'll place this in situ here, like so. There. Yep. Okay. Now I tend to use my board cutting mat. So I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So 1, 2, 3. So that's about the centre. Working on there. So I'm just going to cut freehand a slither like so, and then just to make sure I've gone all the way through, which I have, like that. Yep. And just there you go, I'm through. So then what I'll do, get a piece of ribbon, put it together like so, and then feed it through that hole I've just made. She says this is where the poker tool comes into hand again. I couldn't do that, this poker tool. In fact, I might have made this ribbon a bit too long. There we go. Fed it through like so. Yeah, so it's just a nice little handle, that's all it is. Now I can always cut some off if I want now, which I'm going to have to. Now what I do, this is where the red tape, ultra tacky, ultra sticky, however you want to call it, I'll cut a piece off and then cut that in half like so. Top and bottom here, piece there, piece there. Yep. I'm just going to cut that ribbon a bit shorter. You'll understand why in a sec. Get me blade. Take the red stick off. She says. Pop that there. Get the first half of the ribbon. Lay it down. So that's stuck in situ now. Then get this one and do exactly the same. We'll fold that back on itself. Thanks, Jude. Like so. So that ribbon is now in place. Then the inside cover. Again, I've just got the tape in place ready. Like so. Take those off and pop that in place like so. Yeah, and now just make the box up as normal. You have to do it this way. So take that off, go all the way around the houses, take that off. I mean, obviously this box isn't my idea. This is, I don't know how many people have done this on YouTube and on the net and on the blogs, but this is just my take on it. So, like so. Right, see how I've gone over the edge? I don't know whether you can. So just flick it back onto itself, and then you won't have the tape overhanging. And pop that there, like so. Again, pop that in situ there, and in situ there, like so. And now, there's your pull, and that should, oh look what I've done, how silly of me. Can you see where I've gone wrong? This is classic me. Right, so what we would do, we would actually put those bits on first, then we would actually get the cover and do this. Hold on. But, you know, we're not all perfect, are we? Oh no, whenever you're just laughing at me, because I know I'm laughing. I'm thinking, oh my giddy aunts. And now I've cut the sleeve as well. Oh, this is really going well for me, isn't it? Can I blame the meds? Please let me blame the meds. For those of you who know me, I was in hospital the day before yesterday having a bit of surgery done, so I'm doing this purely to take my mind off what's been going on. Right, so there you go. Look, nobody need ever know. So now you've got the, oh look, now I've got a piece of ribbon showing as well. It's just not going right at all, is it? Right, let's pretend this is going really well, shall we? So there's the pull drawer, and if we've done this sleeve, we can pretend we've got, hold on, see what I mean about me being a messy crafter? I'm terrible. Let's pretend that's stuck in. And you've got the drawer in place, and now you can actually pull the drawer open, and it's not going to fall apart on you. And you would have another piece in there like so. So your drawer looks quite pretty when it's opened. Okay, so now you've done all 4 drawers. So you've made your 4 drawers up, yeah, with your whichever handle, whether you're going to use a brad or a ribbon. So this is where your bases would then come into play. So I'm going to go ahead and carry on making up all the rest of the drawers and the sleeves, and when we come back I'll show you how to put them together to make the boxes and the easel drawer card. Okay, see you in a minute.